Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wingcat Sports, and it's the weekly Tigers. Well, not weekly Tigers. We barely talk about Tigers, but a Tiger breakdown of the recent rumors going on with the Tigers. A couple stuff has happened over the past 2 weeks since we talked about them. 2 weeks, 1 week, I don't know. It's been a little bit since we talked about them. Biggest thing is Jack Flaherty has signed officially with the Tigers on a 2-year deal. He can opt out next year if he feels like it. Very front heavy. He's being paid $25 million in his first year,
Whoa, that's a good contract.
but 10 million in his 10 or 15 million in his second year. But very good deal. It actually bolsters your rotation. Gives you a little bit more confidence because now with Scooble at the number one, Flaherty will be 2, Olsen will be 3, Alex Cobb will be 4, which gives you a question mark at 5 whether it's going to be maybe Manning, Madden,
Job,
Montero.
bring in the new guy.
Who deserves that spot? Obviously, they'll figure that out during spring training. They did trade Fideo away too. So he's now a Tampa Bay Ray. We got a nice minor league catcher in return. That kind of corresponded with them signing Jack Flaherty, along with them also designating Mason Englert for assignment, another bullpen arm.
Yeah, they're looking strong. I'm sorry, I'm a little sick today, so my voice isn't really good. But yeah, I really like what I've seen so far. If we get Bregman for a reasonable contract, I think you got to say we're right there.
Apparently, we're a favorite for him right now. Again, I don't really want
to win the Central or whatever.
I don't know if we're favored to win the Central. I haven't checked my betting app in a
We're
while.
certainly spent more money than anybody else. I think. Not that means we're going to win it, but it certainly means that they're somewhat committed. But so far, their pitching staff looks like it's going to be decent. Certainly better than decent with Scooble at the top. And I mean, I'm with you. You've said this a lot of times that you want to see these young guys get a chance.
I was to say, do you want to throw it all away and just block and block and block
I don't.
your young guys from coming up? Because you could go sign Alex Bregman for a 6-year deal. Maybe he does well for the first 3 years, and now you're stuck with another bias situation the second he leaves. Do you want that situation? I don't know if you want our situation. You just got done with a big giant Mickey contract. Do you want to go invest yourself into a position player again who's in the second half of his career? Sure, you could maybe even move him to second base after this year if you felt like it. All right, Colt Keith goes to first. Gleyber Torres plays second this year. Gleyber Torres leaves next year. You go put Bregman at second. Put Jung at third in 2 years. Fine. If you want to go that way, sure. But there's no reason for you to give Bregman a 6-7 year deal when you got all these young guys coming up. There's no reason. They got you to the playoffs. Well, why would you block them?
I agree with that. And it doesn't look like anybody is giving him that long of a deal. So
the Twins are also favored to win the AL Central this year.
Well, we'll see.
You have the second best odds to win the AL Central.
Really, I think it's us, Cleveland, and the Twins all battling it out. And depending upon injuries and stuff and health, as always.
And you are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12th best team in the betting odds for the World Series.
I mean, it's better than last year.
You have the same odds as the Minnesota Twins.
So yeah, they think our division is going to be a pretty close division. I think between us, Cleveland, and Minnesota.
For us to win the AL, we are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th favorite to win the AL. You have just as good of odds to win the World Series as the Twins, but Twins have better odds to win the Central and the AL in whole. So,
wow.
But again, it's
who is our, like I said, who do we have catching other than Rogers?
Dylan Dingler.
Actually, he's supposed to be an up and comer, isn't he?
Like he did so great last year, so fantastic. You can't. They need to find a left-handed hitting catcher because you have a right-handed and a left-hitting catcher, and you got 2 right-handed right now. It's not.
Yeah.
Let's not roll into. If you could be better about that, then maybe we can feel good about the catching situation. because Jake Rogers isn't bad defensively. He's so offensively, but he is very, very clutch. When you need him to get the hit, he will get you that hit.
Right.
I'm not worried about
And
that
he
part.
bats much better against left-handers, you're saying?
But we have no left-handed hitter for catcher.
No, I mean for pitching.
Well, yeah, typically a right-hander is going to bat better against a left-hander.
So we need another guy to counteract that, so we can put him in as a righty. Okay, I agree with that. I like that. Smart thinking there.
But not much has happened this week besides that the potential for a Spencer Torkelson trade to the Mets has faltered out because Pete Alonso has signed back with the Mets.
So I heard the Giants are interested.
So, maybe Torkelson goes to the Giants. Maybe he stays on the team. I don't see a future for him on the team if you're moving Colt Keith to first base.
Oh, no, I don't. Not at all. You got to get rid of the guy.
So I guess you got to get rid of him, or
and they know we got to get rid of him, so they're not going to give him fair value.
Or you're platooning him with Colt Keith at first because Keith, apparently, I think, struggles against lefties. So when the occasional lefty comes up, you might play Torkelson against the lefties, and Keith.
I think they're pretty high on Colt Keith.
They are.
So
I'm just saying, I don't know what they're fully. There's a lot of questions.
Excited about the Tigers.
I still think there's some question marks around the team in whole for what they can do. Your lineup is pretty much set, offensively and defensively. It's just that bullpen and starting rotation, which has taken shape. Right? Like I said, you got one question mark in the rotation. Which young guy's going to take it? And then the bullpen. What will the bullpen do? Who are you going to have? There's Kenley Jansen, I think, is the rumor that we might try to get in our bullpen potentially. You still got room. You might try to go after some guys in bullpen arms to try to bolster up, but it did good pitching in chaos last year, getting us through half a year into the playoffs. You know, I'm not that concerned about the bullpen if we have to rely on it. I
can't remember. Did A.J. Hinch win Manager of the Year?
He did not win Manager
what
of the Year.
What the freak? How could anybody not give him? And then we get ripped off, and they give that crap Minnesota coach the NFL Coach of the Year over our guy. This is
I would have given it to Dan Quinn in the NFL.
This is a conspiracy.
That's a different video.
How do you give a guy we beat twice, totally floundered at the end?
Well, the difference.
Okay, I'm just.
But
I can't believe A.J. Hinch did not win Manager of the Year.
He did not. I think Stephen Vogt won Manager of the Year, the Guardians coach.
What the freak? The guy deserved it for what he finished off, what he had to deal with, and how he had to. No one did more for their team as far as a coach goes than AJ did.
So he did not win Coach of the Year. He was second place, I think, behind Vogt. So did not get the chance to win Coach of the Year. But, I mean, again, we'll see how this year goes. You could start out hot. You could not. Again, it's not. I mean, we could even do, because we got a couple minutes left before usually I end these things. I could go check the schedule for the Tigers real quick. Spring training around the corner. How are we going to start this year off as? We haven't even given the prediction to what we think the year is going to be yet, and where they're going to place, but we'll do that in a future video. But the first games of the year, you start in LA on March 28th.
The Dodgers?
On March 27th.
On the Dodgers?
Yep. You start in LA against the Dodgers.
That's warm. If it's still warm, because they're like burning down if they have a stadium there.
They got Thursday, Friday, Saturday series in LA. Obviously late games because it's in LA. And then they go to Seattle indoors again. So you start out the month of March and April pretty good in good weather before you come home on April 4th. For your opening day against the Chicago White Sox. And the Yankees come to town early this year, and they're also playing us in April. Minnesota. You go to Minnesota. You go to Milwaukee very early on in the year. Come home to play the Royals in April. The Padres also are coming to town in April this year.
Nice.
Along with the Orioles. And then you're going to go to Houston to end the month of April. Not really a bad, if you're looking with how the team.
That's a tough schedule.
If you're looking with how the teams were last year, it's not a bad way to start. It's not the best way because, again, you are facing, I'd say about 50-50 for what you're facing. You're not facing horrible teams, but you're also not facing the best of the best the whole entire month. Obviously, LA, New York, Baltimore are pretty high up there. But we'll see how they end up doing. They could get off to another hot start again, will they? I don't know. Remember last year they started 5-0. Don't think that's gonna happen again. Especially against LA,
You
and
can't
you're on
stay
the
away.
road. You're on LA and in LA on the road 6 straight games. I doubt you're gonna win 6 in a row.
Yes.
Um, Probably struggle a little bit out of the game, but we'll see what happens. It's a long, long season for baseball,
Right.
so
When do they report?
they're already reported, I believe.
Oh, all right. Way to
If
go.
not,
So
like
we
in the
got
next
spring
week.
training. It's for another 6 weeks, right? Something like
Spring
that.
training, first game for spring training is February 22nd.
What's the first
Versus
game?
Philly,
What
February 22nd.
What's opening day though? For in Los Angeles?
In LA, March 27th.
Whoa. Whoa. So about 6 weeks away, man. Six,
So
7 weeks.
we are very
Yeah.
close to the start of baseball season.
Which means the weather's gonna warm up. Way to go.
Unless
Can't
we have
wait.
snow in April
Hope
again.
I'm alive though. We'll see.
But we'll end it here. If you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, share the video around. Let us know what you think about the Tigers this year. Until next time, we'll see everybody soon.